so many people unemployed, WGN has created a new segment to try to help those who are trying to get back to work.
So joining us now to talk about it is Sarah Seavey, a career counselor. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So give us 2 good tips so people can know what to do when they're trying to find a job.
Definitely. I think my first tip is be aware of applicant tracking systems. These are often known as ATS systems, and these are used by corporations to assist in the recruitment and hiring process. So these systems are primarily used to collect, organize, and filter applications, meaning similar to a job board where you can filter out job postings. The applicant tracking system allows the hiring manager to enter in keyword terms to search and filter the applicants. These terms can be anything from education level, skills, years of experience, or other key terms. So the goal is to help the hiring manager narrow down and find the best match candidates.
So words matter on your resume.
Words do matter on your resume, right? And tailoring it to the exact job is really important, because most job seekers who submit their resume and application through online portals or forms are actually interacting with an applicant tracking system.
So people might be looking at the unemployment numbers right now and say, well, maybe there aren't any jobs out there. So what do you recommend for somebody who right now wants to do something to try to start looking for a job?
Definitely. I'd say leverage your network. There are 2 ways that you'll land an interview. One of them is by the resume, and the other is by a referral. So when planning your job search, give yourself the best odds of landing that interview by creating both a quality resume and leveraging your network. This could mean reaching out to contacts in the field, asking for recommendations on the best way to apply, advice, insight to the field, or the company itself.
I think some people may think it's impossible to land a job during COVID, but it really is not impossible, right?
It's definitely not impossible. I think one of the big challenges right now is large job boards or mass applying. So people are going into these large third-party job boards. And so I recommend people going to the company's website, going to LinkedIn to leverage their network to make sure that the posting is still live and not just left on the third-party job site. So for LinkedIn, many people don't know that LinkedIn has directories that can help you identify the best connections when reaching out to someone. And that studies show that being clear and specific when you're reaching out to a professional contact for advice can greatly increase your chances of hearing back. So what that means is when you reach out, make sure you're clear on the time commitment that you're asking, what exactly you're asking for, and how that individual can help you. And the more clear you are, the better chance they'll recognize how they can be assistance and you'll hear back.
And are there certain industries or careers right now that you're seeing are healthy and hiring?
Definitely. I think the healthcare industry, because of everything going on, is very high right now. We're also seeing tech companies and other industries in farming and agriculture. I think one of the biggest things to remember is that across industries, they're bouncing back. We're coming back. It may be slow, but there are resources out there, and they're in your local communities. There's nonprofit career centers. The local libraries have really great resources. Or if you've graduated from a college or university, often they have free alumni career services, and all of these resources are free and can help you really land that job, as well as I have a ton of free resources on my site, careervision.co, that can help you with those outreach messages, can help you find systems that can help you. There are mock applicant tracking systems such as jobscan.co or skillsyncer.com, which actually help you scan your resume against a job description to see how you match up to those applicant tracking systems.
Right. Sarah Seavey, thank you so much, career counselor. We appreciate your input. Be safe, be well.
You too.
If you're looking for work or know someone who does need work, go to our new job board. It's on our website at WGNTV.com/jobs. There are dozens of jobs posted every day.